You can download the arts in the video for free, link in the description. Create a new scene with a CanvasModulate as the core. A CanvasModulate is a node that will tint the entire 2D screen by its color value. Right-click, press rename it to day-night cycle, go to scene save as, and save it. Then add a script. Inside the script, we will establish 5 export variables. Hours per daytime and hours per nighttime are the respective amount of hours for each state of time. Seconds per hour is the amount of real-world seconds each in-game hour lasts. The starting hour is the hour that the game starts at. Then we have a color tint for both daytime and nighttime. Keep in mind that these colors are at the apex of the day and nighttime, as we will smoothly transition from one color to another. We will also have 2 regular variables. Time in hours is basically the amount of elapsed time, and total day length is just hours per day plus hours per night. Inside the built-in ready function, we will set the total day length to the hours per daytime plus the hours per nighttime. Then for time in hours, we will set it to the correct starting hour. Using fmod will ensure that the starting hour wraps around so that it fits within the total day length. Basically, if the starting hour was equal to 30 and the total day length was equal to 24, then time in hours would be equal to 6, as the starting hour wrapped around to fit within the 24-hour maximum. Fmod is simply a function that returns the leftover number with its decimal of the first value divided by the second. Inside the built-in process function, we will first advance time with the time in hours variables. We plus equal by delta divided by seconds per hour. Delta is the amount of time in seconds since the last frame, and we use that as a basis for understanding how much real-time seconds has passed. Then we divide that by seconds per hour, as we are increasing an hour every second with just delta. So dividing seconds per hour will force that hour to only complete once the amount of seconds required has passed. Otherwise, without this division, we would only have 1 second be equal to 1 hour. Additionally, we set time in hours to an fmod so that the time wraps around like before in the ready function. We then create a temporary variable for the blend factor, which will be equal to a number from 0 to 1, with 0 being night and 1 being day, and this variable will help transition between the 2 colors. Then we check if it's currently daytime. Then we create a temporary variable to normalize the time within the day period, converting the current hour to a value between 0 and 1, where 0 is the start of the day and 1 is the end of the day. Then we set the blend factor to a sine of t multiplied by pi. This is so that when t is equal to 0 or 1, meaning the start or end of the day, the blend factor will be 0, which is night. And when t is equal to 0.5, the blend factor will be equal to 1, which is daytime. Overall, this creates a smooth fade in and fade out during the daytime period. In the else, if it is nighttime, we do the same logic as before. First, defining a variable to represent whether we are at the start or end of the nighttime period. Then we set blend factor to a sine wave for smooth transition from the start of the night to the end, with the peak at 0.5. Finally, we set the color to alert from night color to day color with the blend factor. The blend factor will be a number from 0 to 1, with night color being 0 and day color being 1. And we are getting the smooth transition between the 2 colors through this loop function. Now, some extra functions that can be helpful is one that will grab the current hour, one that will grab the current minute, and one that will tell us if it is daytime. This can make it a bit easier when we are accessing these values from other scripts, allowing us to just grab a function rather than writing the logic and calculation to grab the variable things. Now you have a day and night cycle for your 2D game, with a configurable amount of time for night, day, and the amount of real-time seconds per in-game hour. Additionally, you can change the day and night colors, and don't forget that you can check out the project files, link in the description.